a championship contender, but nothing consistent enough. Now their two stars, 28-year-old Leonard and 30-year-old Paul George, still signed, and they can come back the same team next year and be one of the favorites. But this was a golden opportunity this year, and at crunch time they just could not get it done against a Nuggets team that's just a better team. Lou Williams connects on a three, but too little too late. And the Denver Nuggets can just dribble it out as they win yet another Game 7. A shocking upset. They eliminate the heavily favored Clippers here in the second round, and an historic series win. 6-0 in elimination games here in the bubble. Much respect for the coaching staffs, as the Denver Nuggets are going back to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 11 years. What a performance. A great team performance from these Nuggets. Michael Malone in his 5th year. Last year, this game oh so close. This year they beat Kawhi Leonard and the LA Clippers. The son of a coach, Brendan Malone, back in New York. I'm sure with some tears in his eyes, proud of his son for the job.
It's really surprising that Denver doesn't get as much attention as they should. ESPN ranked them number 7 in the power ranking. I kind of understand it. They lost Jeremy Grant, they lost Mason Plumlee and Torrey Craig, but like I don't think that would affect them that much. And when you take in the leap Michael Porter Jr. is expected to have and the minutes Bol Bol is supposed to play this season, I think the team could be better than they were last year. They found a solid replacement for Jeremy Grant and JaMychal Green, which is not as good as Jeremy Grant is, but like he's still something. So I mean, this is a team that came back from 2 3-1 leads last year, so I wouldn't put them on the radar. One of their comebacks being against the Clippers, where no one thought they would make it out that series alive. So, but like every year for the last 3 years now, Denver surprised us and made it out. Denver has a solid young team with Jokic and Murray leading the charge, and they're ready to contend. Take a look at their current roster and see what they're working with. As you can see, their roster is pretty much the same minus Jeremy Grant. They got Jamal Murray as point, Gary Harris as shooting guard, MPJ as small forward, Paul Millsap at power forward, and Nikola Jokic at center. And their bench is looking pretty different, but not much of a downgrade than before. As they got Monte Morris running the point, they got RJ Hampton running the shooting guard, Will Barton running the small forward, JaMychal Green running the power forward, and Bol Bol possibly at center. With the amount of length and defense this team has, you can possibly put any type of lineup out here. You can put MPJ at power forward and put Will Barton in the starting lineup, or you can put Bol Bol in the lineup and make it a tall ball type stuff or anything like that. This team got a lot of options. Now let me talk about the leap that Jokic and Murray are supposed to have this year. After Murray's playoffs performance, people think that Murray's going to make a big leap this year and become an all-star, and that's what I believe too. I think he's going to average 22 points and maybe 6 assists and establish himself as a true all-star in this league. Now let's talk about Jokic. Jokic in the Clippers series looked like a god on the court because no one can stop him. I think a fair expectation for Jokic this season is probably 20 points and 10 rebounds and 10 plus assists, triple-double average. Given what he showed in the playoffs, I think this is a fair stat line to expect from him this season. If Jokic does average the triple-double, he will become a superstar and he might even win the MVP. Let's take a look at the roster Jamal Murray and Jokic have around them. Let's start off with MPJ. MPJ in the playoffs really stepped up in Will Barton's absence, as he went out there starting in some games and showed that he can score at will. His defense seemed terrible at times in the playoffs, but as a player, he's bound to be a star in the future. With a 6'10 frame and handles and the scoring ability that he has, the sky's the limit for him. Now, Will Barton. Will Barton averaged 15 points and 6 rebounds for the Nuggets last year in the regular season. He's great at shooting the ball and can guard most of the small forwards and shooting guards of the league. Unfortunately, Will missed the playoffs due to a lingering knee injury he had previous to the playoffs. If Will was healthy during the playoffs, I think the Nuggets would have went way further than they went before. Now let's take a look at the rookie RJ Hampton. RJ is a really athletic point guard that can get to the rim at ease. Although his shooting skill is not the most notable thing that he has, he can improve on it throughout this season. And defensively, he's pretty solid, as he has the size and athleticism to guard multiple guard positions. I think that this guy really has the potential to be a threat in the league down the future. Now let's talk about Bol Bol, 7'2" center / power forward. Truly believe if this guy stays healthy, he will become a Giannis but with a jump shot. He has the length, he has the shooting ability, he has the potential, he just has to be healthy. The best ability is availability, and he really needs that right now in order to be for a championship this year. And this was the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and happy holidays.